First and 10, Oakland.
Well, play action.
On first down. Tries to get the screen back. It was bobbled, I believe, by Van Eegen and taken by Dalby.
I love it. Dalby says there's a football in it. I'm going to catch it. What is that now? Does that go as a reception?
A curious thing.
Sure, it's a reception. You can take it from a deflection. He couldn't, of course, not handle it with that 50 number. He gets a yard.
Ray Guy at the 40-yard line holding for Chris Barr. An attempt at 50 yards. No, it goes to Barr, and he is just punching it towards the coffin corner, and he misses it. Goes into the end zone for the touchback.
He was trying to get to the coffin corner.
And the reason for the setup and the change, I assume, is so they wouldn't want anybody back here to try and catch.
Barrett Robbins checked in, 63, is an eligible receiver. They're going to go outside. Is Williams going to throw it? He is. He's got Glover wide open for a touchdown.
Watch him on the ground, chopping the linebacker, pretending like he's down and out of the play. He gets up and just walks away from these guys. It's a weird play, and it works every once in a while. You come out, you fire at the guy down, you fall down to the ground. Everybody feels like, hey, he's on the ground, he's out of the play, and all of a sudden he's open. And Jeff Hostetler just can't believe that it worked. Look at the look at his face.
He's saying I couldn't throw it better myself.
And now Terrell Pryor will come onto the field. We saw Pryor in some various sets last Sunday, just the second appearance of the season. There's Carson Palmer on the bottom of your screen. Pryor on 2nd and 9. Some trickery here. They lob it back and forth. Pryor breaks a tackle. He's got the first down and more. Out past the 40 and run out of bounds after a pickup of 21 yards. And how about that play call?
The only thing I think Terrell Pryor could have done a little differently, put a little more zip on that ball, because Carson Palmer had to force it to get it back, and it allowed the Panthers a chance to get over there and react to it. I think it could have been a big
Miami will get the ball just prior to the 2-minute warning here in the first half, trailing 7-0 as Billy Joe Hobart, backup quarterback, the emergency punter, gets away a line drive shot. McDuffie all the way to the 10. And cut down as he crosses the 20. 50-yard punt, 12 on the return. Paul Butcher made the tackle. There's Jeff Gossett, the regular punter. He's injured.
Uh-oh, Mr. Excitement again. Billy Joe.
Billy Joe hit one for 51 yards. The line driver, O.J. McDuffie, sneaks up a couple of steps to the 40.
Oh, look at this.
Great kick toward the sidelines. And out of bounds. No return on that one at the 30-yard line. The NFL has a new punting star, Billy Joe.
Yes, I said, you got it then.
Raiders with 2 wide receivers up top. He's going to throw. Allen throwing. Complete. Frank Hawkins. Halfback pass. Big first down for the Raiders down to the Kansas City 6-yard line. Deron Cherry is there to finally make the stop. 65 yards. That's a costly penalty. Here's Marcus Allen going to throw again. In the end zone, touchdown! Doki Williams, a rookie from UCLA, just caught Marcus Allen's pass for a touchdown. 21-yard touchdown pass. Marcus Allen to Doki Williams.
Here it is, a pitch out. He's running to his right. He's going to stop and throw back, and he really takes a shot from the linebacker on the play as he gets rid of the football right there. He really takes a hit. Doki Williams is there for the reception. Big play for the Raiders.
Congratulations to both Lynch and Dunlap for those prestigious honors. As they hand it off to Darren Waller, the 4th tight end on this team. How about that? And not had a catch since 2016 when he was with the Ravens.
When we were in the meeting with John Gruden, you know, I suggested a couple of plays. I said, you could do this. He said, I got plenty of plays.
Ray Guy hit. Will Lewis settles in, and he settles in way back, close to his 25-yard line. Lots of respect for Ray Guy. Ray Guy, he'll run it out, and he'll get the first down. he is all the way down to the 49-yard line of Seattle, and he shocked everyone.
I think this was designed all the way along. He was trying to get a little fake to the inside to get to the outside. So he said, look, we saw Herrera in the first half. Let me show
Jeff Gossett to punt. Chiefs have 10 men on the line, and they all come, and there's a pass, and the pass is caught by Elvis Patterson. And Patterson, the former Giant cornerback, and now a special team star for the Raiders, has just starred on special teams.
You know, I don't know why somebody from the Chiefs was not out there in front of Patterson. A play when the Chiefs are trying to block the punt, that they do not cover the outside men. And it wasn't pretty, but it was effective, and no one is near Patterson.
That is an amateurish mistake.
3rd down and 2. Schrader over the middle. It is there. Trey Junkin again. 30-yard line of the Chiefs. A pickup of 28. Deron Cherry with the tackle. A first down, and again, second time in this drive. Second time in the drive. Raiders have converted on 3rd down.
When you can run the football, you can keep that defense honest, and you're going to find seams. You're going to find room downfield. Linebacker trying to follow up on that play.
First down, goal to go. Play action. Touchdown. Trey Junkin with his parents in the stands.
Brother Mike, a member of the Kansas City Chiefs team, and their parents obviously will celebrate that, but we have a flag on the field. There's Mike right there.
Janikowski in the punt for the first time in his career. Shane Leckler on the sideline. Sidquan Thompson back deep. Janikowski, not a bad job. End over end. Loose, and recovered by the Raiders.
When the weather goes nasty, it's always the kicking game where it shows up first. Janikowski does a nice job getting it off. It's a low-line drive knuckleball, and those are hard to handle regularly, let alone when it's blowing around and windy and it's slippery.
Marcus Allen wants to throw, looking for Todd Christensen. He's got it at the 17-yard line, despite the fact that the Bear defender right there had his hand, might even have deflected it, and Christensen had the presence to watch that one into those big mitts of his.
He also benefits from a special ability of Marcus Allen, throwing ability. Look, while this pass has to be thrown perfectly, drops right in over the outstretched hands right there. The linebacker there.
His knee was injured late in the game, and he could not play the following week. His replacement was a 41-year-old veteran quarterback who played sparingly and is used as a kicking specialist. George Blanda, 19-year veteran of the football wars, had to beat the Denver Broncos to keep Oakland's title hopes alive. The old man murdered them. He threw 4 touchdown passes, won the longest scoring pass in Raider history, a 94-yard combination with Warren Wells.
Last couple of plays, Rick Cunningham, who's an offensive tackle, is lined up as a tight end. They've only got 2, Dudley and Glover, 2 tight ends active, so when they go to a 3 tight end set, Cunningham becomes the 3rd tight end.
2nd and goal. Hostetler to the end zone, touchdown, and it is Rick Cunningham. And Hostetler smiling as he gets high fives of congratulations along the sidelines. Well, it was no secret. Jerry Markbright's announced his name about 3 or 4 times.
That's right. In fact, before this play is the first time he did not announce. And you see the token fake. Rick Cunningham just slides out and turns to the outside. And this is one of those deals where now all week long next week they're going to have to put up with Rick Cunningham explaining exactly how he got that quick release, made the sharp move to the outside, found the ball, tucked it in. slam dunk it in the end zone. And of course, Jeff Hostetler carrying the ball. He's going to go over now and give it to Rick Cunningham for his.
The Raiders have to be disciplined in their rush lanes when they rush the quarterback, and they have to be disciplined in coverage to stay with their man.
Leckler taking the place of Janikowski, puts it up and in. They've got a new holder because Leckler would hold for Janikowski. Push remains second down and goal. The fake. Touchdown, Khalif Barnes. The tackle eligible. The Raiders have tied the game.
There he is. He's a tight end. An offensive lineman playing tight end. He releases the ball in the belly of the big man for a touchdown.
Ninth play. It's a trick play. Toss. Zay Jones. Open man downfield. Nelson Aguilar.
This has been part of the Raiders this season. Johnny Townsend, rookie from Florida, and then they have a fake, and Townsend's going to run for it. He'll get the first down as a blocker in front of him and gets into Charger territory, still going and knocked out of bounds. John Gruden going into his bag of tricks early.
Drive going for themselves offensively. He's going to throw it. Harvey Williams puts it in the air. Brown was there on the sideline. Complete. A little chicanery from John Gruden and company. A 27-yard pass play. Harvey Williams.
Well, the first key to this play is Harvey Williams is in the game on first down. You should have smelled a rat, the Miami defense, and figured something was going on.
The former high school quarterback completed 2 passes.
I know, maybe they should have played him at quarterback.
All right, here is Allen throwing. Todd Christensen, touchdown. I didn't call that play.
Inside the 15-yard line. They had discussed it earlier. We didn't know when it was going to happen. Any sort of a pitch. They've got Todd Christensen, who is playing tight end on the other side with 2 tight ends. He makes his block down the field. Looks like a simple little running play.
124 yards rushing for the Raiders against this tough Jets defense with the electric throw.
It's a fake, and it's going to work aplenty. It's Alston, a linebacker. John Alston to the 48-yard line. He's the up back. And that caught the Jets looking for the kick return.
So to go from a goat to a hero pretty quick on these special teams. Nice call by Tom Cable and his coaching staff. Talk about flat-footed.
And a great snap by John Kondo. He had to snap the ball at a very sharp angle. And how about the Stanford grad speeding down the sideline?
Second and goal. Myers is going to throw. Touchdown. Davante Adams hauls it in.
He went on that orbit motion earlier when he threw it, but he came from the left. This time he comes from the right. And I love to watch the job that Davante Adams did in selling that. Yeah, you're right. He looks so comfortable, and it's obvious with his background of being a quarterback.
Marquette King, who had a punt.
There's a wide open gunner right here.
King had a punt
and
blocked.
Another one.
And there you go. Dan Fouts calls it. Reese on the toss.
You've got both gunners with no coverage.
Chimdi Chekwa. The pass. Connection made from Reese.
We talk about Reese's versatility. That's one thing we hadn't seen.
Woodson is coming on the field. You can hear the crowd in the background. Woodson has been pleading for a chance to play wideout or running back for the last year and a half. And they used the bye week to put a number of plays in for him. Not a large number, but he splits wide to the left, and Terrence Shaw is out to defend him. 2nd and 6. Quick flip. Charles Woodson. Oh, did Shaw respect him? Oh, man. He said, give me a chance. I'll make something happen.
Well, this is really a sophisticated pattern. It's a 5-yard hook. That's all it is. Watch this. 5 yards, plant, Shaw falls down. And then the rest, look at the moves. And then, of course, you're doing what Woodson does best. A gifted punt and kickoff returner. One-on-one in the open field with a football in his arms. The advantage, Charles Woodson. Watch it!
Carr throws low, but in the end zone.
Matt McCants make that Donald Penn, the extra lineman, with a touchdown catch.
You see Donald Penn right there, and I happen to play with Donald Penn in Tampa for a number of years. I think this might be his 3rd or 4th touchdown of his career.
Allen, he's got a good arm. He used to be a high school quarterback. Todd Christensen, touchdown Raiders.
They have not been shut out.
That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the season also. It was a sweep. It was defensed well. I mean, I know both guys feel pretty good. Todd Christensen's mother's in the hospital with an operation today. I'm sure she's feeling good about this. And it's Marcus Allen's mother's, Gwen's, birthday. So both mothers are feeling pretty good.
The locker room is Darryl Worley, who had that incredible. And it's a fake punt. And this is going to go for a first down and end some to Derek Carrier. And how about that by John Gruden?
The remaining back is Steve Smith. On the pitch to reverse, it is Tim Brown. He fumbles. Did he have possession when the ball broke the plane of the goal? He does. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And we'll take a look.
Here it is. He comes in motion from the strong side of the formation. Gets a good block from Smith on the corner. Now take a look at the football. It comes out before he goes into the end zone, but he does recover it inside the end zone for a touchdown.
And since it is the same man recovering who fumbled it, it can be recovered forward of the point where the ball was.
Bring it back to Tampa Bay. Bad news number 1. He just fumbled the football away at the 18. Harvey Williams on the halfback pass. Touchdown to James Jett. Perfectly executed halfback pass for the Raiders after Anthony Smith sack and fumble recovery at the expense of Trent Dilfer. James Jett capitalizes on the throw from Harvey Williams.
And, you know, and this is something you don't see very often, but they do run it well, and they run it with Harvey Williams. I'm sure they saw it in the computer breakdown, in the film study, all that, and a lot of times it's played. This time, Tampa Bay caught off guard.
Carr keeps it himself, has some room to run. First down and more for the rookie. Carr across midfield and knocked out by Swearinger.
They left Chicago in this game.
Well, 4 fumbles have really hurt. Off the play fake, Gannon in trouble, gets away from Wells, and here he goes. Big gainer for Rich Gannon. And finally out of bounds at the Bears' 38-yard line. What a run for Gannon. 39 yards.
He has the ability to make something happen, but he's always checking the pass first. When the pocket closes in around him, watch. He's still looking to throw the ball right here, and he says, well, past the line of scrimmage. Watch him look back over his shoulder, this way, that way. He looks both ways. He questions his own speed.
Wilson going long for Allen. Marcus Allen at the 40-yard line. Did they touch him? No, they didn't get him. All the way to the 5-yard line, Marcus Allen. The original reception. Mark Wilson showing you his touch out of his own end zone. Dave Brown, number 22, covering man-to-man. Brown does not touch him there, and you see Marcus just leaping up off the ground. Brown made a startling recovery as he got back to get a piece of him, but Marcus got it all the way down to the nose, just touching the 5-yard line.
Murray is the running back. Olawale at fullback. Play action. Carr on the move. Tosses it, and it's caught by Donald Penn, the former Buccaneer. His 4th career touchdown reception, and that feels extra special for the man who was cut by Tampa Bay after the 2013 season.
He didn't even try to hide it during the week. He said, I'm not telling you this is just like every other game. This is important to me. He wanted to come back and play well against his former team. He never forgot. He had a good stretch here in Tampa Bay, and they released him. And now that he's become a Raider, he's actually playing some of the best football of his career. And right there, that has got to feel extra, especially good.
Well, I played at 190, and I would lose 5 or 6 pounds, so you would imagine he'd lose that many. Burline out for a pass, Charlie.
Marcus DeVerley's got it. And there is your new quarterback combination. Marcus Allen to wide receiver Steve Burla. Oh.
And I don't think Keith Browner could believe it. He was the one trying to cover Berline. He said, wait a minute, this guy's got the wrong number on. What's he going out for a pass for? Marcus sells it, though. He puts it under his arm to pretend like he is running.
Not a bad throw.
A perfect throw. Over the shoulder.
Look at that catch.
A great catch on the part of Berline. Yeah.
Multi-talented.
He sure is. And Keith Browner looked at him and was a bit surprised. Matt Millen's got to get involved in it. Kiss him on the helmet.
Denver. Cole. It's a fake, and he's got him. He's got Diablo. Divine Diablo. Ellis is there. And then tackled by the deep back man, and that was Mims. What a fake. First down. Some trickery and a gain of 34, and the drive continues for the Raiders.
Better than we'd seen in some of the earlier games. McFadden might throw. Did it a bunch at Arkansas. Will throw. And it's a touchdown to Marcel Reese. So Darren McFadden, who threw 7 touchdowns in his days as a Hog at Arkansas, throws one there to Reese to put the Raiders in the end zone.
Watch Reese act like a blocker. He bluffs the block and he slips right into the seam area. And McFadden, who had a completion last week, just threw another touchdown pass. But Marcel Reese, a jack of all trades.
Allen has caught a ball in 65 consecutive games now as a professional. And he has the football looking to throw. This time, there's Bo Jackson. Well, you talk about your different look and your wrinkles. There's one right there. 24 yards on the pickup before Kelso could muscle down Jackson, and it was Marcus Allen throwing the ball to him. And what a dangerous tandem you have in that backfield now.
Marcus Allen, high school quarterback. You could say anything about him right now you could for a regular quarterback. Ball thrown right to the numbers, set up well, threw it well. Bo starts to make it look like a block and goes out on the pass. The Raiders have already gotten 3 or 4 new plays into this game already. They've obviously come here ready with a game plan, prepared for the Buffalo Bills.
And Marquette King going to run with it. He's got a shot at a first down. He has a first down and out of bounds inside the 40.
It looks like he's going to either get it blocked or get tackled. He runs around to the outside.
He can run.
Everybody is downfield. The 2 guys for Jacksonville are downfield, the 2 returners and the coverage guy. Nobody recognized outside the pocket. He runs for 28, 29, 30 yards down the sideline.
No score here in Atlanta. That's Barnwell in motion. Allen going to throw the ball. He's got Branch wide open. And Cliff Branch is to the 15-yard line. First down, Raiders. The pitch out. He gets a block from his back, and this is an excellent pass. It's right on the money to speedster 21, Cliff Branch, and hits him right on the number.
So here is Sebastian Janikowski. This will be a 53-yard attempt. Hit moments ago from 40. Oh, here's the fake. Leckler completes. Boss runs it in. Touchdown. And there's the fake that you had mentioned. They do it on a field goal attempt. The punter Shane Leckler, which was warming up, throwing a lot of passes earlier, and he connects with the tight end Kevin Boss.
Yeah, well, a couple things. We're going to go back and take a look at it. Look how hard they come off the edge. You're just going to see Boss sneak out. And they overload the right side. And I actually was on the field prior to the start of the game talking to my old teammates Sebastian Janikowski and Shane Leckler, and they said, hey, look, there's a look or two that we think we can really take advantage of.
Third down and less than 1. Pitch back. Throw. Marcus is looking. Andrew Glover's the man. He's got it for a Raider touchdown. The rookie from Grambling in the end zone for the first time.
The pitch back to Allen. Sets, pats the ball. Looks like your normal quarterback. And actually, Glover makes an excellent catch on a reception, just as you said, similar to the one that Sharp missed. His 4th touchdown pass.
6. Valdir is into the block. That's a fumble. And that is Loper who caught it. Stop, drop, and roll. You learned that in grade school. That's like the holy roller, only a little bit bigger form, and Loper the guard.
Now watch it, and it was a smart recovery. Usually the guy recovering it, it's his guy who gets the sack, and exactly right. That was Cooper. Now rolling forward, what is he trying to do? Advance the ball and pick up the first down. And no one touched it.
Sebastian Janikowski is out before game time, a bacterial infection. So here is Shane Leckler, who has not tried a field goal in college or pro since 1997 when he was at Texas A&M. This is a 33-yard try, and as you might expect, no good. He only found out literally minutes before kickoff today, much to the chagrin of John.